I play a character named Ducky, and he is a plush toy that is spent his entire existence, most of his existence, connected to a pegboard wall at a carnival, and he is threaded through it like a small piece of like polyurethane to another toy named Bunny, and they're inseparable. But at the same time, they have been waiting their entire existence to be one, and they've spent their entire existence watching kids get cheated by carnies, and so they have a very jaded outlook on life. And so he's very loyal to Bunny. They bicker. They're like an old couple. They bicker like an old couple, but they have deep affection for each other, which you learn in the movie. But also, there's this. Every moment of their life is anticipatory. Everything is. Am I going to get one today? Is it? And oh no, it's and then and the other thing about the pegboard is that they're some of the only toys left on the pegboard. It's like they never. They're in the worst real estate, top right corner. And so it's like no one's looking up here at a little duck that was made in Taiwan. So I think he also has some self-esteem issues that he covers up with aggression. I'm part of a duo, and I play Ducky, and the other half of the duo is Bunny, who's played by Jordan Peele. So for those who don't know, we had a comedy show for 5 years called Key and Peele, and we are a comedy team like Abbott and Costello or Laurel and Hardy. And so the dynamic is very interesting. They're very similar in their outlook of the world. They just want to be owned by a kid, but the kid, they don't even have they don't have an opportunity they don't know what they could do to get their chances to be better. I mean, they're carnival toys, the ring toss, it's all fixed. Those games are fixed. And so it's just this existence where they're going, one day we'll be one, or when will we be one? And also the other thing that the one thing that they never talk about is if one of us is one and the other one isn't, then what happens? So it's, so the dynamic is kind of like an old bickering couple. There's a lot of love there. There's a lot of loyalty there. They would do anything for the other one, but at the same time, they get on each other's nerves. You would too if you were connected to another being for your entire existence. I think it's a very helpful message that we learn from Bo Peep, which is that she's made a life for herself. It's not an orthodox life. It's not a traditional life, and yet she's fulfilled. And once Woody and her stumble across each other's paths again, I think Woody starts to see that you could live an untraditional life as a toy. You could be a toy that's out in the middle of a field and gets played with once every 3 weeks. You could be a toy that's perfectly fine. And I think it's a really lovely thing for kids to learn. I think because if a kid, look, we're all looking for safety. And if a kid goes, I'm just going to go with the flock and do what all those other kids do, or my parents are saying, here's what the culture-scape tells us we're supposed to do, and here's this beloved character in the Disney world that is doing whatever she wants and is thriving at it, and that's exciting. Something that's very funny about Toy Story 4 is Forky's creation and Forky's evolution. You just can't. I was in a small screening room with 9 people, 6 of which I was related to, and 2 of which are under the age of 10. And to see the work that Tony Hale did, the work that the animators do, the work that Josh did with this character Forky, it's fantastic and takes its time as he's. One thing, it's just so funny to watch him just be on this laser path. Trash. He just thinks it's so funny. It's hilarious and a little heartbreaking that he's like, this is what am I exist? I'm a spork, for heaven's sake. I'm supposed to be used and then thrown away. That's what I'm here for. And I love that he knows that as his purpose. But what's ironic is that he wouldn't know that purpose if Bonnie hadn't infused him with love, put eyes on him and a mouth and eyebrows. And she gave him life to love her, and then he wakes up and only sees himself as a spork, which it's fantastic. Josh Cooley is the director, and I'm so very privileged to have been able to work with him, and I think Jordan would say the same. We just really had a wonderful time. He was sometimes the best thing with the director is when they're open to collaboration and they're willing to put their ego aside for a part of their vision. Now, I think in regard to this film, in regard to Josh's vision, it was what about our protagonist haven't we explored yet? What about Woody have we not explored yet? And I think that without ruining anything, he's really come up with a fantastic idea, which is that I think even Woody, in a way, he doesn't know that he's going through an existential crisis. It's fun that I feel like it's subconsciously happening to him.